and walk out the road. The walk road we used to have to do was a real walk. Hi guys, welcome to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you are new here. Today's video is just like a little message that I want to send out. I don't know if this might be of value to you, but it's just like a little life lesson that I learned over these past few weeks with my experience I had with my car. First off, I want to say, in life you need to fight for the things that belong to you. You need to fight for the things that belong to you. Sometimes we don't want to really fight for things, because sometimes it just be so stressful. Like if you're going to get something and you go to get it and it give you like a world of stress to get it, you would not want it again because it's so stressful. But what I learned in this past week here is that sometimes to get to your next level, you really have to fight. You have to stand your ground and you have to fight for the things that you want in this life. And trust me, anything that does come easy, that just come to you easy like that, most of the times it don't be worth it. Some of the best things in life, you just only see the good of it after you done fight the bloody battle and you get it. That's when you just realize how worth it. Some things you have to fight for. You can't just give up. Don't just give up. Don't just say, oh, it's so hard and why all this trouble and why all this obstacle. Because what I realized, I'm not going back again with the devil, because like the Bible is saying, we wrestle not against flesh and blood but against powers and principalities and spiritual wickedness in high and low places. So sometimes it does be like a generational something, because I'm sharing something kind of personal about my situation. I never see my parents with their own vehicle. I never see my mother with her own vehicle. I never see my father with his own vehicle. I never had the pleasure of well, my uncles them had their own vehicle and stuff, but my mother, she never had her own vehicle, and my father neither. And even though my father was well off, he preferred to live like a quiet life. So he went into the interior in Guyana, region 9, and he was living in the bush and he was happy. He find like that was good enough. Living behind God back, nobody to bother him, no nothing. He just find that was good enough for him. My mother, on the other hand, she had the 4 of us to raise by herself. But not really by herself, but you know what I mean. No male person or our father not living in the house with us. So basically she did all the emotional supporting and the physical supporting, but she used to get help financially from our parents or other parents. So it was kind of hard on her, and I grew up very poor. I grew up knowing about getting up 3 o'clock in the morning and going down the road by the standpipe, filling water, putting the thing on my head, putting the bucket on my head, and when you're walking down the road in the dark of the night, the place cold, the water falling in your back. And I didn't know about washing machine until I was about 20. When I moved to Trinidad, that is when I get my first washing machine. I know about soft life and washing clothes in a machine. I know about washing my clothes with my hand. And like I say, I never, where we was living, it was a plantation. It was a former plantation, but like people just take it upon themselves and they went and they started squatting. The government said that you could squat on the land, and after a certain amount of years, if you develop it and you pay for it, then it will become yours. So that is how my mother get her own house and land and stuff. But in the beginning, before things get good, we really suffer. We really suffer. In the mornings when we had to go to school, before it had lights and water and thing in the place, I used to have to get up in the morning early, bathe outside under the stars. We had a house. The house was very small, that it just one bed, 4 plate, 4 spoon, 4 cup. We had one of them little kerosene stove where it's just showed like the pitch oil inside the well, Trinidadians will say pitch oil, but kerosene, you put the kerosene in it and you light the wick and thing, the wick or the wick, whichever one it is. You light that and you cook your food, and by the time you don't cook your food, everything has soot or soot, whichever one it is, and everything black up. We get our first gas stove when I was probably about 11, and we get lights when I was about 11 too, probably about 11, yeah. So I tell my children, I say in the morning, I used to have to get up and walk all the road. The walk we used to have to do was a real walk. And when you see the rain fall, you come outside, you put your plastic bag on your head. We didn't have shower cap. We used to use the same plastic bag where you get when you make your grocery. You wrap it around your head and you get some kind of plastic, you know, the plastic them old people used to put on the table. We used to use that and cover down ourselves with it, make like a raincoat with it, and you have your socks and your shoes in your little plastic bag. You have your bottle of water in another plastic bag and your rag, and you hitch up your uniform underneath your tights and you walk out the road in the mud. Your foot have to go in the mud, and if you fall, you have to walk and take your time. Your toe them have to have some good grip, because if you fall down in that mud, that is it. Your whole school clothes dirty, everything dirty, and you will wash it off, but you will just go to school looking miserable for the rest of the day. So I used to walk through the mud. I used to walk a distance. When you reach at the road head, you stand up, brace yourself on somebody, wash one of your foot, clean it, dry it off, put it in the shoe, wash the next side, dry it off, put it in the shoe, and then where you can't carry all them junk behind you, so you have to find some shop or somebody who willing to keep your junk for you. So when you're passing back in the evening, now you pass and you collect your bag with your rag and your bottle and whatever to go home. Sometimes when I was more younger, like about between 7 and 9, sometimes we didn't even have passage to go home. We used to walk from school full with bottle with water and walk from school to home, drinking with water along the way. Sometimes it take us an hour or two to reach home. And I just sit down and think back about my life, how my young life was, and watch at my life now, and watch at the quality of life my children get. I didn't have inside toilet, I didn't have running water, I didn't have light. I used to have to go by my friend who, like, they was like middle income, but they was like at like a higher level of life than I was, my school friend. So I used to have to go by my school friend in the evening, do my homework, and then my mother would get she bicycle and she would ride and come and pick me up, and then she would ride home in the night with me. I never see car, I never see certain things that we have now. I never see those things when I was young. And I watched this morning when I dropped my children to school, it was like something touched on the inside of my spirit, because to know I never get this when I was going to school. I never get mommy dropping me off to school, mommy picking me up. I never get that. I watch my school friends get that. I watch my school friends get dropped off to school, pick up from school. I was a little thugs. I was a real thugs when I was growing up. In the evening, when I finished school, I take out my uniform. I fight because I was a fighter. I always fighting somebody. And if I can't fight you and beat you, then I strap on my bag on my back and I run down the road, live to fight the next day. So this morning when I dropped my children to school, it just it taught something in me to see that yes, my mother didn't do it, but I do it. I am able to do it. I am able to give my children a life of convenience and a higher quality of childhood than what I had, and it made me feel very proud about myself. So some just touch my heart to tell people, it's not, when you're fighting for a better life, it's not really for yourself you're doing it for. You're doing it for the ones that come after you. You have to think about it. When you go to face something in life and it giving you troubles and it giving you stress, you don't really think about the troubles, don't really think about the obstacles. Fight through it, push through it, go through it. Make sure you do it, make sure you get it. Make sure you achieve it, no matter how long it takes, get it. No matter how much fight you get, fight. No matter how much obstacles, run like a jumping hurdles in the Olympic, run. Like I always say, if you can't dive over it, you can't jump over it, dive under it, sideways, something, just do something, just make it happen however you make it happen, because it's not really for you. You will dead, you will move on, but you will be breaking a generational curse in your family. You will be doing like a better something for the people. You're setting a better example for the people that come in after you. My grandmother never had certain things, and my mother come and had what my grandmother didn't have, and now I come after my mother and have what she never had. So, and I am certain of the fact that my children are going to come after me and be and do things that I never be and never do. So it's not for yourself, it's for your generations. Fight the good fight, walk the walk of faith, don't give up. Perseverance is the, this damn bug only flying up and down by my blasted head. Perseverance is the name of the game. Persevere. If you guys like this video, if this video add some kind of value to you in some way, please hit the subscribe button. Please like, share, comment. Follow me on Instagram. Right, I'll insert my Instagram account here. And thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye.
Be yourself. Nobody fear till you fear yourself. What's important, how you see yourself. They won't see it till you see yourself. Can't get money.